In this tutorial, we are going to look at document formatting features in a word processor. The word processor being used is Microsoft Word 2016. In particular, we are going to examine the use of page and section breaks, page numbers, headers, footers, footnotes, and endnotes. To access page and section breaks, we go to our Layout tab and click on Breaks. This brings up the Page and Section Break menu. From the Page Break menu, we can insert a page or column break and introduce or invoke text wrapping. In the Section Break section, we can create a next page, continuous, even page, or odd page section break. So the first thing we're going to look at is page breaks. You can see that the cursor is flashing at the start of the second paragraph here. If we select breaks, page breaks, you can see the second paragraph jumps to another page. How do we know it's another page? Because we can see from our view here, and we are in our print layout view, as you can see at the bottom right corner. In this area, it tells us what view we are in. We are in the print layout view, and here we can see the second paragraph went to the second page while the first paragraph remained at the first page. So what we did was insert a page break. Let's undo that. And a page break can be inserted using our keyboard by pressing hold down our control key and press enter. And here we have the same result with paragraph 1 on page 1 and paragraph 2 on page 2. If we look at section break allows us to create a break on a next page or insert a continuous section break on the same page. We can also have section breaks applied to even pages 2, 4, 6, 8, etc., or odd pages within our document. For applying headers and footers, we go to our Insert menu and Insert Header, select Header, and this will allow us to select a template or a pre-recorded header. And as you can see, the header area is the area which is within the top margin, or we can customize our header to suit our purposes. So let me just delete this present header, and we are going back to Insert Header. We can select one of the preset headers, or we can edit and create our own header. Close header footer. So here we have a header that we have created using our edit header feature, and to insert, so I just select and press delete to delete, backspace to delete that header. Let's insert a preset header, and let's select this one. So here we can modify it to, this document is about document formatting. So the header will appear on every page of our document by simply, so let's create another page, and I'm creating a section break or page break, insert page break, and as you can see, the header will automatically appear on all pages whether it has text or not. The header area appears grayed out. However, if we go into our print menu, we can see this is an example of what the header will look like when printed. However, for modifying or working in our document, it is grayed out so as not to distract us from the current document that we are working on. And by grayed out, I mean that the colors are not as intense. However, in printing, the colors will be intense. Also, in addition to inserting a header, we can insert a footer. So let's go to insert footer. And just as with the header, there are several preset footers that we can select. So let's say this is footer example. And we can see that the footer appears at the bottom of the page. So our header appears at the top of the page and our footer appears on the bottom of the page. Every footer and header is used throughout the headers and footers that we create are used throughout the entire document unless we create a particular section break for a different footer or header. As you can see here, footer section 1, header section 2, and the option here is same as previous. And if we insert a section break in our layout tab, we can change our section break to a different header or footer on the next page, even pages and odd pages. So that's where the section break feature is going to be very important. In addition to our footer, we can also include or insert our page number. So here we have page number, and this is on the design, the header and footer tools design tab. We have top of the page, bottom of the page, page margins, current position, format the page number or remove the page number. So let's go back to the insert menu so you can see it from the insert ribbon, because we were in the header and footer tools and it appeared there in our footer tools. However, we can access it from our insert ribbon by clicking page number and select where we would like the page number, and we want to see bottom of the page, and here we see left aligned page number, center aligned page number, right aligned page number, and we have from plain, accented, various styles, brackets, dots, large, etc. So let's choose one that is visible. We will choose accent bar and we're going to align it to the right, bottom right of the page. And as you can see, the page number follows throughout the entire document. The feature that we're going to learn about is footnotes, which is different to footer. And a footnote inserts a note to the bottom of the page pertaining to information on the page. So when we click insert footnote, you can see that the cursor takes us automatically to the bottom of the page, and in this text, in this formatting, it's set up to insert a line and the number. Let's delete that footnote. We are going to undo, and let's select a particular part of the text for the footnote to be related to. And in this case, we want to insert a footnote that's related to school term, and we want to say it's the term ending July 2020. What happens to the body of the text is that a small number in the superscript position, and that is superscript was done in another video, appears at the area that we would have, or the text that we would have applied the footnote to. If we hover over our number, we are of the number of the footnote, we're going to see a brief note, or the note that applies to the footnote. So in this case, we know that term ending July 2020 is the school term being referred to. If we insert another footnote, So let's insert another footnote. We can see that it automatically numbers it sequentially. So this is footnote number 2, and this footnote is applied to beach, and the beach that we are referring to in this case is Maracas Bay. So there is no need to add footnotes manually, because this feature allows you for the note to be added next to the text or wherever you have placed your cursor for that note to relate to that particular text, and it appears at the bottom of the screen and it automatically numbers each footnote for you. What is different between an endnote and a footnote is that a footnote appears at the bottom of the page to which the note refers or where the note is added, while an endnote appears at the bottom or at the end of the entire document. And here I'm adding the Friends Abroad endnote so that you can see that this endnote appears on page 4, which is the last page of our document, but it refers to a note that we had put on page 1. So while the note appears, the endnote reference appears on to text on page 1 or is related to text on page 1, the endnote reference is placed by the word processor at the end of the document. And that's the difference between a footnote and an endnote. The footnote appears on the page to which the text is referred, while the endnote is placed at the end of the entire document. So we've looked at inserting breaks in our layout tab, page breaks and section breaks. We have looked at inserting footnotes and endnotes in our reference tab, and we've looked at inserting headers, footers, and page numbers in our insert tab.